You're never too young or too old to start valuing yourself or deciding that you're not going to give yourself away to somebody who has not earned access to you. I may not have had a mother growing up, but I certainly had a grandmother. And when I was 7 years old, she thought it was wise to give me this analogy that has stuck with me for my entire life. She said, when you walk into a jewelry store, where's the cheap jewelry? It's available. It's out for anyone to grab. It's on display. And it's easy to steal. Then she asked me, where's the valuable jewelry? And she answered, it's under lock and key. You would think that was enough. But she continued, and in so many ways, this question set the tone for my life. She said, are you cheap or are you valuable? And at 7 years old, still figuring myself out, I still had enough sense to say, I'm valuable, and I meant it. And she said, then okay, don't give your body away before marriage. So I went off in my quiet time, and I was talking to God, and I said, Lord, I promise you, I won't give myself away before marriage. I won't give my body away. I was 7 then. It's been 17 years. Now I'm 24 years old, and I've kept that promise. All of that to say, you're never too young or too old to start valuing yourself or deciding that you're not going to give yourself away to somebody who has not earned access to you. If you had told me at 7 years old, if you had told me at 7 years old that God's plan for my life entailed me never having a boyfriend, not having my first kiss, never romantically holding the hand by age 24, I might have had some choice words for you in my teenage years. I mean, everyone had a little boyfriend or girlfriend. They were texting on Kik or Path or whatever social media back then, Facebook Messenger. And of course, I felt left out. I wanted my own little thing. I had crushes. Sure, I had a ton of crushes in middle school. And thank God that none of them ended up being anything more than a crush, because none of them were who God had for me. So what I thought back then was me being unseen was actually God's protection. And how cool is that now? I'm 24 years old and I can say I've never kissed, never dated, never had any of those experiences. But, and when I do, God willing, they will be with the man that God has for me. You know, when you are a daughter of the king, when you're a princess, you don't have to kiss a bunch of frogs to get to your boys. You don't have to. I mean, you can choose to date around or whatever you do. And like I said, everybody's story is different. It's just what God decided to do in my life. And sometimes wanting God's best for your life does mean you wait a little bit longer. I've been the bridesmaid friend, the one at the engagement parties and the bridal showers and just showed up for everybody else and watched them get their story before me. All of my friends, even friends younger than me. And sometimes I felt like, God, come on now. I've been faithful. God, I've served you my whole life. I've done all these things. I've waited. When is it my turn? And I felt the low and the depths of that. He had a story for everybody else except for me. I was the one who was just going to be waiting indefinitely. That's what it felt like for a really long time. And let me tell you, the story is still unfolding. But now I'm in a place where I have so much perspective and clarity, even a little minuscule glimpse into what God might have been working out for me all along. You guys never know. I could come back on here a few weeks or months from now and announce an engagement and tell how God worked my story out. But if that's something you want to see, you'll have to stick around.